If you are just starting Call of Dragons, you will understand that first few days are crucial for your account progression. Because you will understand that there is some decisions you have to make, and those decisions basically determine the future of your account. In this guide, I will show you exactly what to prioritize, what to avoid, which heroes and troops to use, how to spend your gems, and how to build your account towards KVK and Tier 5. And of course, I will have some tips which I hope you are going to use, and hopefully, after watching this video, it will be easier for you to progress your account, especially if you are beginner, right? So first tip, which is all about account progression, right? You will understand easily that you have to have buildings. You are building some different type of buildings in this game. You are also having some research consoles. You are upgrading and unlocking some new skills. You have army recruitment buildings and so on, right? That's basically the general open field PvP gameplay, kingdom builder gameplay strategy, which a lot of other games also have, right? Of course, even during this amount of features, there is some important buildings which you have to focus on, and that's of course your main town hall, right? The main town hall, not only because that's the main building. Well, when you start the game, you will be only on one legion queue, which means you will be able to use only one march for your gameplay. And as long as you are increasing this level of the town hall, you are getting more queues for legions. And when you're gonna max this out, which is basically on the 21 level, you will be able to use 5 legions at the same time, which is really good. You will gather with 5 marches, you will fight, or you will do a lot of activities with 5, right? But at the start, you are only allowed to use one, and that's basically the most important point why you have to focus on city town hall, right? The minimum 21 level, because at that time you are having 5 marches. For the first few days of the gameplay, I would say until the level 10, you just go and use all of your speed ups and all of your resources to make your city town hall level 10, because at least you will be able to use 3 marches. And after that, try to save your speed ups and for the more important events, which we are going to speak even later, right? That's like most important city town hall, which will have requirements on every single different level. Of course, that's not the only building which you should prioritize. You have a hospital buildings. They are one of the biggest mandatory things to have on a high level if you are a fighter in this game, and if you are going to be competing in KVKs, which we're gonna speak about at the end of the video, right? Also, army recruitment buildings, they don't only increase the army recruitment number when you're gonna increase the level, they also give you buffs like HP bonuses, defense bonuses, and many different bonuses. So basically, upgrading these ones on a higher levels will give you double value, more troops, and at the same time, more buffs for your gameplay, right? Of course, that's like mainly the all about the buildings and construction. Of course, we have some production buildings, but some of them will be in requirements for city town hall. Other than that, I would not say go and focus on the production buildings. Maybe when you will be tier 5 and you don't have anything other to build, that will be the building which gonna finish. But also in this game, we have research building, right? We have economy technology and we have military technology. Well, at the start of the game, you can only unlock one skill from here to time. Same goes for buildings. But I would say at the start of the game, try to focus on economy tree, like at least go to scholarship 1, and get the all good green ones, right? Like, for example, some of the green ones are pretty good, like a brace control, SP recovery, stamina, maximum SP. SP is how you are basically fighting against forts and darklings, so it's really helpful. And whenever you're gonna able to unlock the second research queue, which I'm gonna speak about, of course, then you will start the military technology and economy at the same time. In terms of military tech, for the first few days, maybe 1 week, your priority should be max tier 4 player, which means even your flying units should be tier 4. Without tier 4, basically, it's impossible to play this game, right? That's like a minimum requirement, even for PvP, even for the behemoth fights and most of the activities in the game. So, on the military tech, your priority should be to unlock every single tier 4 unit, right? And I'm not really even speaking about all the other late game skills. Just make this all tier 4, right? Whenever you're gonna make this all tier 4, you're gonna go back on economy technology and you will unlock scholarship 2 until the maximum. And trust me, I don't even have to say which ones you should max out here, because scholarship 2 will have requirements to have all of these maximum levels. So basically, the research speed 50%, you have to get it, right? Because when you're gonna go back again to military tech and you will see the durations of the skill to max out, like 200 days, you will need all the available research buffs which is in the game, and that's for sure, right? That's basically buildings, research, and of course, when we're speaking about account progression, we have to speak about the resources and speed ups, right? Because that's the thing which we have, which is really underrated, right? At the start of the game, as I said, until level 10 City Town Hall, try to use all your resources and speed ups. After that, wait for some events and try to utilize those events as much as possible. Utilizing means getting every single reward which is there, right? That should be your aim. And saved up resources and saved up speed ups will have help you a lot, because it will be easier. You will never go broke, and that's how I have been playing this game for basically 3 years, right? So since we understood the buildings, research, what's the priority, of course, in order for us to make all of this faster in this game, we have double construction, double research, right? When you start the game, you are able to only upgrade one building per time. Same goes for the research, right? But at the same time, we have chance in this game to unlock second building queue and also unlock second research queue, right? And in order for us to do that, you have to pay some gems, which will be our first spending of gems in this game when we start the gameplay, right? Of course, we are looking for the building which has build on top of it, right? And when you start the game, you will have only one building queue here, and the next one you will be able to pay some gems, and you will unlock. It means you will basically double your construction finishing time. Two buildings at the same time, which will help you to get even more power, progress faster, and that's really, really good. The second one, which where you have to spend some gems, is of course to make yourself level 8 VIP, right? Level 8 VIP will give us second research queue permanently unlocked, and not only that, on a daily basis, you are going to get legendary hero token, which is one of the most valuable reward, especially at the start of the game. So these two features will help you with everything what we just spoke about at the start of the video, right? It will double your progression time. That's why I always advise, especially beginners, to never forget about second builder and second research queue, right? So we already like have all the most important tips now regarding PvP, right? And it's a pretty big topic. You have to choose your troop type, right? Especially if you are a free-to-play player, you have to choose your troop type, that's for sure. If you are going to invest your currencies, your legendary hero tokens, medals on every single troop type, which is infantry, cavalry, mages, and archers, unfortunately, you won't gonna have strong account and you won't gonna have fun. But if you will be smart, you will enjoy the gameplay of Call of Dragons, right? Choosing troop type means if you decide to be archer player, you are only investing everything towards archer stuff, archer troops, archer heroes, archer artifacts, archer warpits. Basically, every single item which you can invest in, you are going towards archer. Same goes for mages. If you decide to be a mage player, everything which you are going to gather around the game will go towards mages. Same for cavalry, same for infantry. That's of course basically mandatory for free-to-play players, in my opinion. But spenders can have like two troop mains, like maybe you like melee and you will be infantry cavalry, or maybe you like range, then you will be archer mage, right? But for free to play players, especially beginners, well, unfortunately, you don't have a choice. You have to choose one. And you have to choose wisely, right? Because if you're gonna choose one troop type at the beginning and you will start jumping around towards other ones, unfortunately, that's a big mistake which will cost you a lot. So, the choice which you are going to make at the start of the game should be the final choice, and you should move towards making that one troop type really, really strong. That's what I did for myself. It was all about archers, and finally, when I hit tier 5, my account was ready, my heroes was ready, my artifact and warped was ready, and I started different type of gameplay. That's like one of my biggest tips and advices to all players, basically not even beginners, but all level of players, that if you are not spending in this game, you have to choose one troop type and you will have everything. You will have maxed out artifact, you will have 3-star warped, and a lot of awakened heroes. So basically, that's one of the most hard topics for beginners, because at first you have to understand how PvP gameplay is played in this game, and then you are making some decisions. So choose your troop type should be our second tip, right? Now, of course, we also have heroes in this game, right? And we have different type of heroes. So when you start the game, you will have less, but slowly as you are progressing towards the gameplay, you are getting more and more heroes. Since we spoke about deciding what's your main troop type, now you already understand either you are archer, either you are cavalry, infantry, or mage, right? On every single troop type here, there is different secondary class heroes, which are good maybe for gathering. Other ones are good for fight against real players. Some of them are good against fighting Darklings and Dark Forts, right? Especially if you are a free-to-play player, you have to understand that investing in PvP heroes is generally good. PvP heroes are the ones which main priority is to fight in open field, and that's the way how you are getting fun in Call of Dragons in general, in my opinion. So every single skill is usable in open field, every single additional level will be valuable. That's the heroes which you have to invest if you are a free-to-play player. Of course, everything should be connected towards your main troop type, right? Also, you will see there is garrison heroes, which one skill will be only able to be inside the garrison. There is rally skills, which will be only viable during the rally. And of course, peacekeeping is only PvE gameplay, right? And engineering and gathering is where we'll know engineering is building towers, gathering is resources gathering, right? So that's the secondary trees for our heroes. And of course, if you are marksman, you will try to go for the marksman heroes in totality. If you are infantry, you're gonna do same. But if you want to get highest value out of your legendary heroes, PvP heroes are generally good. And I think when you already decide which troop type you are, and you basically understand how this PvP skill, precision, and things like this work, you have to try to get at least one good march, right? At least one good hero pair at the start of the game. You will already feel a different type of game if we are comparing to using epics, because I know at the start of the game you are generally using epic heroes. So for the archers, it would be simple Inara Nico, that's like basic heroes. For the cavalry, it would be Emrys and Bakshi. For infantry, it would be Garwood and Madeline, which is the overall. Overall can be used with every single troop type. And for the mages, it can be easy Waldir and Wellin, right? That's the first heroes which will be which you will be able to recruit, and those are the heroes which are viable for every single game mode and game feature which Call of Dragons will give us, right? And Investing in your first march, investing means that you have to awaken them, right? It's not like making a couple of levels. No, if you start working on hero, you have to finish it, because if you're gonna go and leave one hero with 551 not awakened and start on other, unfortunately you are not even doing anything, right? Because none of the heroes you will have will be good, and the amount of merits you will be able to get will be low, right? So um, investing in proper heroes and awakening them has one of the highest amount of priorities in this game. That should be your number one choice, because also that's the fun activity. It's like a collection game. More and more heroes you will have awakened, you will feel good about yourself, right? And also you will get a lot of merits. So that's about heroes for beginners, right? And of course I already mentioned, but we have to speak about gems. How you're gonna spend gems in your beginner's life will determine what kind of account you will have. As I said, the first gem spending on your account will happen when you're gonna unlock second building queue, and then it will be level 8 VIP, right? That's where you're gonna spend your gems. After that, every single gem which you're gonna get from events, from some alliance activities, should go towards buying these two items. It's sentinel arrows and its treaties, right? These are the items which will be requirement for rally building and watchtower to be completed. And without these two buildings being 25 level, it will be impossible for you to unlock tier 5. So as fast as you're gonna make these two buildings 25 with the help of these two items, which is arrows and treaties, faster you are going to get the tier 5 troops, which is the latest last tier, which is strongest troop type, strongest tier of the troop type in the game. So that will be your highest value where you're gonna spend your gems for sure, because well, at some point, even if you're gonna spend it on something else, you will still understand that it was a mistake, because I have done it by myself, and I know when I understand I need way more gems for treaties and arrows, and I remember that I spent on some artifact event or some other event, I always felt bad, right? That's why I don't want you to make same mistakes as I have done, and try to spend your gems more valuably, because that's the most important currency in the game. So get treaties and arrows, make yourself tier 5, and then you are free of spending gems on whatever you want. Also, in Call of Dragons, this was tip 3, right? And we are already on a tip 4. That's for sure artifacts, right? And we know that artifacts is one of the most random things in the game. Artifact is basically like a weapon for your hero pair, which has a skill, and at first you have to unlock artifact, then when you're gonna get second copy and third and fifth copy, you are increasing the artifact skill itself, right? And different artifacts has different attributes and different skills, which are giving you different ideas regarding hero pairs, right? For beginners, I would say don't over confuse yourself with the exclusive artifacts. Try to focus on the artifacts which are gettable from the normal draws. For infantry players, Deathless Wine, Greymer's Warhammer, also Fang of Ashkari should be the choices. Some of them are defensive, one of them is offensive. So this is the 3 legendary artifacts which you can get as an infantry player, and you will be happy. For cavalry players, there is a lot. Storm Arrows, King Slayer, Sorland's Blade. These are the artifacts which you actually want. Also, Wolfwoman of Hailor. Some of them are utility, some of them are offensive. So you still have some choices, right? For mages, it will be Phoenix Eye, Breath of Gigantis, also Tiara of Arbon, pretty good. One of them is defensive, other ones are semi-offensive, and one is really offensive in terms of Phoenix Eye. For archers, we got Shadow Blades, we got Viola's Bow, we got Heart of Kamasi. So basically what I'm trying to say is that you have some choices until you will get used to understanding how artifacts work. If you are starting this game and you are a beginner, you will be really happy when you're gonna unlock the legendary artifact which which is for your troop type. It will be double the happiness because that's how I was looking towards the artifacts, right? And as soon as you're gonna make your account tier 5, you will go in a Forge of Light event. You will start investing in more exclusive artifacts such as, for example, Rattle Spear, for example, Roaring Rager, Gilded Crossbow, Iron Tusk. If you are Mage, it will be Mirage Orb, one of them for sure. If you are Infantry, it will be Spiritbone Torque or Shield of Stubbornness, right? These are the artifacts which are more hard to get because you will have to spend gems in some particular events, and that's how you get yourself a chance to at first unlock those artifacts and then to increase levels, which is one of the most random thing in this game, which we have unfortunately, but time to time you are getting used to it. That's what I'm trying to say. That was our tip 4, and tip 5 is of course connected towards the warpits, right? I have to say, warpits are not accessory. They are like third heroes. Sometimes they deal more damage than heroes themselves, like maxed out heroes. And understanding how they work is really, really important, especially at the start of the game, right? So, how they actually work. When you're gonna catch the Warpit, there will be mainly a 0-star Warpit, right? Like, imagine this is the main talent skill, this is the first skill which Warpit is actually using, and it will be 0-star, right? What you have to do, you have to try your best to at first make it legendary, and while you are making it legendary with the help of the regeneration, you will have some potions here, and when we're gonna click on regenerate, it says a random. If you like the right one, click on accept, and you will get the right one. It's another random, right? But at the same time, as you are regenerating and trying to get a good stats, good amount of skill slots, you are trying your best to increase the star of your main Warped's talent skill. Like for example, for puncture, if I want to make it 2-star, and you can see how much the damage will increase, I will have to add 400 experience. How I'm getting those experience, I'm just catching Warpeds. Um, like for example, if I want to make this Warped leave, I would get one random skill from this Warped, right? And I always try to make this like a system. If I will get extra talent skill, it will increase like 10 XP. If you want to go for more save, you just click on 5 plus, and 5 experience will be added. So what you have to do here, at first you have to make it 2-star. Then if you have to make it 3-star. It's equivalent of awakening hero, right? From 2-star to 3-star, you will have to add 4,000 experience. And that's why when you start working on a warped, don't throw it away if it's not done, because you are making a huge mistake. You have to finish the warped which you have actually started investing your time, right? And basically it's impossible to increase experience even if you are spender. Free to play and spenders have to do same thing. Basically every single day on a reset, go out, catch warpeds, get skills, increase talent points, talent skills, talent stars, and also get better slots, like 8 is maximum, which is good. Every single warped has a 3 main attributes, like for the archers is basically luck, agility, and strength. For mages is intelligence, spirit. For infantry, generally it's endurance, strength, and luck. And for the cavalry, generally it's agility, strength, and luck also. So basically, that's why making your warped strong takes time. That's why when you start the game, you have to make it quick to understand how this feature works and how you can make it as a pattern to increase the stars, right? And you can see I have Shadow Manticores 3-star Warped, I have Barbed Manticores 3-star Warped, I got Snowpeak Rock 3-star Warped, I got Wind Whistle 3-star Warped, and I'm currently working on Toxisor. And you can see the pattern. I'm Archer player and I only invested my time towards Archer Warpits, right? If I was doing something weird and putting some experience here and there, I would not have so many good Warpits, which are helping me a lot by achieving a lot of merits, and getting everything from the merit store also is really, really important. So I hope after watching this video, it will be easier for you to understand how warped section actually works. And of course, there are some details, more details, but that's with other videos which I have already posted. For beginners and beginner guides, it's important to have some pattern to tell people how they should play on from a daily basis, because I have played this game for 3 years to be exact. Let me check. 1221. And if I will tell you this is good, this is bad, well, it's easy to say it, but in order for me to find out, I spent like 5 or 4 months playing, and I'm just sharing results. So in the guide videos, it will be better to go in the small details, because those patterns actually matter. Also, decoration for beginners. Decorations are like accessories for your city, but at the same time, they are giving you some buffs, right? For beginners, try to focus on epic ones. They are the most easy ones to get. Try to make it maximum level, because that's how you can actually do. For epics, it's fine. For legendary ones, not exclusive ones, you are basically treating them like epics ones, right? But some exclusive ones where you can spend some decoration exchange blueprints, try to choose one decoration, try to make it at least level 6, and then let's check how much it will cost to us to increase to level 7, right? If it will be still 20 per level, per stat, it's fine. But if it will be 50, then I might say go and try to make other decoration to 6 level, and let's see if they will add more and more features in the game to get more decoration blueprints, because so far there is only one way, which is the merit store, right? And this is the game giving us tip that it's a war game and everybody should try to fight, get merits, and buy a lot of amazing stuff from the merit store. Merit store is the only place where you can get universal blueprints for your decorations. So a game is trying its best to tell you that this is a war game and you should fight if you want to progress in Call of Dragons, right? So I always try my best to share all my experiences, but sometimes when there is no fight, people think that this game is more for the economy or for the gathering. No, this game is for the PvP. This is the PvP open field gameplay, and even if you are a free to play player or spender, if there is no fight, you are stomping your progression in the game, right? So when you start a game, especially if you are a beginner, try to understand that fight is good during the game against alliances, because you will understand how generally PvP works in Call of Dragons. At the same time, you will see the merits increasing for you. And also, you will get a lot of items, you will progress your game better, and by getting the experience, your account is making stronger and stronger. You know how to use your troops because you already chose your main troop type in the game and you are trying your best to move towards making it stronger. When you are playing one troop type all the time, basically you are seeing every single change in terms of reports, and of course you are tweaking some things, and that's what makes this game so cool. Only for PvP stuff, right? And there is so much things inside your cities that basically it has a two worlds, which is really fun. But of course, I wish we had way more fun kvks, but let's hope that we are going to have them. I hope after watching this video, it will be easier for you to progress your account in a better places. And as always, if you liked the video, press like, subscribe, share. It gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody amazing day, morning, and night. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye bye and good luck.